go. On the right, in pole position, in the Britax Mini, Gordon Spice. Next to him in the two broad-speed Escorts, 132 Chris Craft and 131 1966 British Saloon Car champion John Fitzpatrick. Behind them in Minis, Steve Neal and John Hangley. And away they go in superb style up to the first right-hander at North Tower Crescent. And in the lead, it is still Gordon Spice in the beautifully prepared and finished yellow and black Britax British Leyland Mini, and real door handle cornering stuff this is. And this race, which is 15 laps, counts for the British Saloon Car Championship of 1969, led currently by Alec Poole in the 1000cc British Leyland Arden Mini. And it is Gordon Spice who shattered the lap record in 62.4 seconds unofficially in practice, compared with the previous lap record of 64.8 seconds, 77.2 miles an hour held by Mike Young and Anglia. In fact, the first 9 men broke the all-time 1300cc lap record here at Crystal Palace in practicing, including Alec Poole in the 1000cc Mini. And now, lap 1 completed, and it's Gordon Spice in the lead from number 131, John Fitzpatrick in the Escorts, and behind Fitzpatrick, it's John Rhodes in the British Leyland Works Mini. So, there's Gordon Spice really drifting it. Behind him is John Fitzpatrick, and number 135 going round there is John Handley, the European Touring Car champion of 1968. By the way, John Rhodes is the 1300cc champion as well, and it's Gordon Spice. Now, quite a long way to go yet, because this is the second out of 15 laps, and Gordon Spice, who is 26 years old, comes from Ascot and has quite a tycoon reputation with a chain of motor car accessory shops, is really starting to pull out a lead. You'll notice, if you look closely, that these Minis have got the very latest big wheels, which have just been homologated for competition. And there, number 134, John Rhodes, is crowding John Fitzpatrick very hard indeed as they come down to complete lap 2. And in the lead, Gordon Spice is 1 2/5 seconds ahead of John Fitzpatrick in the broad speed Escort. Now, Gordon Spice's car has an 8-port fuel-injected engine. So has John Rhodes, and number 132 there in 4th position is Chris Craft. So the two broad-speed Escorts are in 2nd and 4th places. It's a British Leyland Mini in the lead, a British Leyland Mini in 3rd place. John Rhodes, the man who performed so brilliantly in rallycross as well as saloon car racing, in 3rd position. But there's the leader, 136, Gordon Spice in the Downton engine prepared Mini in the lead, and in the lead in the 1000cc class, because there's 2 races in one here, a 1300cc class led by Gordon Spice and a 1000cc class, and in the lead in the 1000cc class it's Rob Mason, who is in 8th position. Lap 3 completed, Gordon Spice, John Fitzpatrick, John Rhodes, Chris Craft, then Steve Neal in the 2nd of the Britax Coopers. And now you see them coming up to North Tower Crescent for the 4th time in this 15-lap race. And 131, John Fitzpatrick has still got John Rhodes right in his wheel tracks, and Gordon Spice is still leading. Here he is, out of North Tower Crescent, into the downhill section of the Glade, and he's pulling out a bit of a lead now. In fact, the lead between Gordon Spice and John Fitzpatrick, the gap between them is 2 full seconds, with 1/5 of the race distance gone, and John Rhodes crowding John Fitzpatrick as they go round the right-hander at Ram Bend in 4th position behind John Rhodes. It's Chris Craft in the 2nd of the broad speed Escort. There's Fitzpatrick, 134 is John Rhodes, 131 Fitzpatrick in the Escort, 132 is Chris Craft. And there come the first 4 cars behind us now, towards us now. And in 5th position, it's Steve Neal. Behind Steve Neal, 135, John Handley. Terrific scrap then. 4 British Leyland Minis and 2 Ford Escorts in the first 6 places. There goes Spice. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's John Rhodes, number 134. Mini, Escort Mini. There's Chris Craft. Behind Chris Craft is Steve Neal. And Steve Neal is just ahead of John Handley. And behind John Handley in 7th position, is Martin Raymond in his Austin Cooper. Now, this is the 2nd and 3rd man. Past the swimming pool at Crystal Palace, there is the leader, Gordon Spice, rounding the right-hander, followed by John Fitzpatrick, followed by John Rhodes, followed by Chris Craft. The leader, the right, the left, and backs him. Fitzpatrick. John Rhodes, 1-3-4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. One just out of picture. This is the 2nd place, John Fitzpatrick. This is the 3rd man, John Rhodes. There's the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And John Handley is starting to crowd Steve Neal very hard indeed now. First 6 men at the end of 5 laps. In the lead, this man, Gordon Spice, Mini. 2nd, Fitzpatrick, Escorts. 3rd, 1-3-4, John Rhodes, Mini. In 4th place, Chris Craft, Escorts. In 5th place, Steve Neal. In 6th place, John Handley. Both of them in Minis. One the Britax Mini Cooper and the other the official Works British Leyland car. And the significant point at the moment is that this car, the sort of unofficial Britax Cooper Works car, is actually ahead of the 2 British Leyland Works cars, driven respectively by John Rhodes, who is 3rd, and John Handley, who is 5th, and Steve Neal. There they go. Steve Neal and Handley are having a terrific scrap for 5th place. This is the leader. This is Gordon Spice. This is John Fitzpatrick. This is John Rhodes. This is Chris Craft. This is Steve Neal. And this is John Handley. Those are the first 6 cars, and there's about 2 seconds in it between the first, no, it's a bit more than that now, as they crowd down. And out of the race goes number 131, John Fitzpatrick. John Fitzpatrick is out. So that means to say that up into 2nd place comes John Rhodes. There's Chris Craft, number 132 in 3rd position, and John Fitzpatrick, the 1966 Saloon car champion, has burst the Ford Escort in some way. He's toured off the circuit, and the Minis are getting a real stranglehold on this race. The British Leyland Minis are now in 1st, 2nd, 4th and 5th place, and there, number 132 is Chris Craft in the remaining Ford Escort in the first 6 places, and he is 3rd. The man who, until today, held the all-time lap record here at Crystal Palace in his Formula 3 Techno at a speed of 90.33 miles an hour. There's Chris Craft, number 132. There is John Handley, who has got ahead of Steve Neal, and here come the leaders towards us, having completed now 7 laps out of the 15. And this scrap is between, on the right, Chris Craft, and on the left, number 134, John Rhodes, and Chris Craft in the Escort. He's trying to force through and take 2nd place. There goes the leader, Gordon Spice. Here is the 2nd place man, John Rhodes in the Mini, followed by Chris Craft in the Escort. Into North Tower Crest, down towards the Glade on lap 8 out of 15. 1.4 miles long, this circuit. The Saloon car lap record at the start of this race held by Mike Young in a Ford Anglia, 64.8 seconds, 77.2 miles an hour, has certainly been shattered in this race because 9 men broke it unofficially in practice. And Chris Craft is going through. Chris Craft in the Broadspeed Escort has taken 2nd place from John Rhodes in the Works British Leyland Mini. Now, what is the gap between this man, Gordon Spice, the leader, and there is the 2nd place man, Chris Craft, followed by John Rhodes, followed by John Handley and Steve Neal, and they're all absolutely on the ragged edge now. Chris Craft leads at the end, he's in 2nd place at the end of lap 9, and the gap between Gordon Spice in the lead in the Mini, and there he is, and Chris Craft in the Escort in 2nd place at the end of 8 laps out of 15 is 3 3/5 seconds. There's Craft, there's John Rhodes with those new league wheels and tyres smoking. John Handley in 3rd position, Steve Neal in 4th place, and the leader, Gordon Spice, goes fairly hurtling past the imp of Mike Freeman, who is well down the field. There's Chris Craft in 2nd place, trying desperately to carve back those 3 2/5 seconds between himself and Gordon Spice, the leader, as they go round the right-hander, and it's now down, and Chris Craft is definitely gaining. It's down to 3 seconds, and they are now on lap 9 out of 15, and that's Gordon Spice, and here's Chris Craft, and there's John Handley, and there's John Rhodes, and behind John Rhodes, Steve Neal. Great stuff, this real door handle racing, and the leader goes through. Gordon Spice in 2nd place is Chris Craft, and it's down to 2 4/5 seconds. Chris Craft is driving the race of his life. He knows Crystal Palace like the back of his hand, He's leading the 1300cc class in the British Saloon Car Championship of 1969. There he goes, followed by John Rhodes, number 134, followed by John Handley, number 135, followed by Steve Neal. It's Minnie's first, third, fourth, fifth. And that man in the imp, Mike Freeman, has been lapped. Here is the leader. This is lap 10, the 2/3 distance. Gordon Spice from Escorts, 26 years old, in the Britax Cooper, with the engine tuned by Downton, and it is an 8-quart fuel-injected engine, and I think John Handley's got ahead of John Rhodes and taken second position in the process. Now, coming up to complete lap 10 and 2/3 distance. That is Steve Neal, number 137. Gordon Spice goes through. Chris Craft is bearing down the finishing straight in the time interval between Chris Craft in second position. There he goes. It's still 3 seconds. Chris Craft has gained 2/5 of a second only in a terrific drive. There's Gordon Spice. And the blue flag there is being shown to that tail ender to tell him to move over and let Chris Craft through in second position, followed by John Rhodes followed by John Handley, who has moved up into third position, and Gordon Spice nearly loses it. Gordon Spice really is driving absolutely on the edge now. Just overdid it a bit too much. 136, Gordon Spice in the 8-quart fuel-injected Downton tube Britax Cooper, and you can see that he's lost time there, and Chris Craft driving, and it's down to 2 seconds. The gap between the leader, this man, Gordon Spice, and Chris Craft is much closer. It's down to less than 2 seconds now. Chris Craft in the broad-speed Escort is gaining. He's gaining on Gordon Spice with only 4 laps to go at the end of this one, and they're completing their 11th lap now. The time interval between Gordon Spice and Chris Craft is 2 1/5 seconds. If Gordon Spice overdoes it again at North Tower Crescent on this lap as he did on the last one, then Chris Craft will be right with him. That was Spice. This is Craft in the Escort. Getting closer all the time. There are Handley and Rhodes. John Handley, the European Touring Champion, has moved up into third place. John Rhodes fourth, and Steve Neal in the second Britax Cooper is in fifth position. This is the fastest part of the course, about 110 miles an hour in these slightly non-standard minis as they go round the right-hander at Ramp Bend and up towards the end of lap 12. Here's the leader, Gordon Spice, and he'll be slowed up by this tail, and you can see Chris Craft is right on him now. Chris Craft is right on Gordon Spice. Catching him is one thing, getting past him will be quite another, but the gap is considerably less than that 2 seconds that we had before. In fact, as they cross the line now, you can see them, and the gap is 1 2/5 seconds with 3 laps to go, including the one that they're on. There is the leader on the left, Gordon Spice, in the Britax Cooper, yellow body, black roof. There is the broad speed actor of Chris Craft. Don't forget that John Fitzpatrick, who was second, has retired from the race. There are Handley and John Rhodes and Steve Neal in third, fourth and fifth positions. And behind Steve Neal in sixth position, it's Martin Raymond, and here are the first two. Gordon Spice in the Mini and Chris Craft in the Ford Escort, and they are now on lap 13 out of 15, down the fastest part of the course. Into Ramp Bend, Gordon Spice must be getting very worried now. He will be seeing a great big large Ford Escort in his rear view mirror, and a very determined Chris Craft. Spice, Craft, right, left, then John Handley, behind them John Rhodes, and they're closing up too. Here are the first two, and they're completing lap 13 now. Lap 13 completed 1 second only, with 2 laps to go between Gordon Spice on the left in the Mini Cooper, British Leyland Britax Cooper in the lead. There he goes round North Tower Crescent on lap 14. That is Chris Craft in second position, 61.2 seconds according to our timing here, and that is a speed of 81.76 miles an hour, and that is over 4 miles an hour faster than the previous lap record. That's the searing pace that's being set in this race by Gordon Spice, with Chris Craft chasing him very hard indeed as they go round the right-hander and Ramp Bend for the 14th and last but one time. Followed by John Handley, followed by John Rhodes, followed by Steve Neal, followed by Martin Raymond. Those are the first 6 places. This is almost the end of the 14th and penultimate lap. And it's now that Chris Craft has got to really go. I don't think he can possibly catch Spice. It's 1 1/5 seconds. Gordon Spice, who has led from the flag fall, is being crowded very hard as he goes into the right-hander at North Tower Crescent. They both see the smoke pouring off his tyres. There go Handley, Rhodes and Steve Neal is closing up on the two works British Leyland Minis. And here they come, here are the leaders. This is Gordon Spice, and Chris Craft is making a superb effort. He's probably going way over the red line on the rev counter, risking bursting the engine in a terrific effort to catch and take Gordon Spice as they come up on the closing stages of the last lap in this 15-lap championship British Saloon Car Championship race. Gordon Spice into the right, now into the left, and out of Maxim Rise, up to South Town Corner, the last right-hander, with Chris Craft right behind him. This is the last closing yards of the race, and Chris Craft is right in Spice's slipstream, but Spice wins. Spice wins, and in second place, and third, fourth, and fifth. In second place is Chris Craft. In third place, John Handley in the British Leyland Mini. In fourth place, in the British Leyland Works Mini, John Rhodes. Gordon Spice, of course, and there he is, was driving the Britax Cooper, and Chris Craft was driving the Ford Escort broad-speed car. In fifth position, Steve Neal in the second of the two Britax Coopers, and in sixth position, Martin Raymond. Undoubtedly a record speed, undoubtedly a record lap, and a wonderful race.